Then they brought it that Tuesday morning. They didn't tell me they had it for me. So then when I heard what was happening, it was me 2% to sign. I was me, I was banning. Keep banning. But when I went to boom, I said, what is going on? You were here when we had sent paper. And you were here with our own leadership. And we sent the report with all documents, legal documents, to guide where. Then Baka benefited from the 2010 decision by the Supreme Court to be involved in the election in 2011 because he was not wrong with them.
You're right.
He benefited.
You're right.
The other telling about for 12 years now, he's now president now. We finish campaign for that kind of woman, then he wants to persecute us. Is that going to persecute us? So what is going on with Ekun? Ekun said, well, what I will do for you is to help you with lawyer. Your partner has a good look for lawyer. So from who offered my own son offered that I went and found out the solution. I many seconds said, why you have to do this? You know what they told me?
No.
Resolution is not a law. So starting the resolution, I mean, we agree. Bring it now. When Baka send a bill, then we'll not put all the law before now and back it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man.
And so you remember, so I heard you last night, you were going in to move Kupa. After the whole election, at my corner, if you hear my preaching no Sunday, you conclude that I'm right. Will you rescue as a nomenclature after winning? The broadcast, I don't even answer my phone, they don't pick me up, they don't let me down, I don't even have time. I don't talk because God knows why it's happening. And everything I will accept it because our son who is vice president to him from Nimba, the Nimba people will not understand if I start hating on Boyka.
You're right.
The Fernando Kofa, the woman I have my word that Fernando Kofa first cousin.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You don't know this, so we were talking about but I don't have, look, let me tell you, nobody in the republic, somebody just told me, no lawmaker in this country will they got their own money, but to take your own money and give to 40 or 47 or 41 number of lawmaker to remove and speak up on the protest is not the work of any lawmaker, it must be the work of the executive.
Okay.
It's not immemorial. What the interest we all have to give money to people?
Hello? Yeah, man.
That's why you name the struggle. I heard you last night, me and go indeed to move Kupa. Absolutely, after the whole election,
For the next 13 days, I will keep your crying. You're crying all over the place. What I will continue to do, I've always succeeded in completely demoralizing your base. You're dead crying all over the place. I haven't even started. I'm just warming up. How dare you, foolish, desperate people, talk about rescue country? Joseph Boga couldn't even rescue himself. So he's passing around, cost that. Where were you raising money left and right to feed him and flying him from hospital to hospital? Where were you all? Sitting there talking nonsense. Talking about cost, I ain't got no integrity. I didn't have integrity when I was feeding Joseph Boga. Your God. Bunch of ungrateful people. Have you heard Joseph Boga deny that I was raising money left and right to feed you? Have you heard him deny it? He will never deny it because he knows this to be true.
Some people thought I was never going to criticize this Obama. Yeah. Because I want to come. I'm not criticizing because I want to criticize. I'm criticizing because we said yesterday, oh, that's the right public. And the Joseph Boga has talked about a valid public check for them to do. Yeah. But I will speak because people in Saturday talking about possible or comfort. spend my whole money to bring me to power because we fought. The wrong yesterday was going to be my today. I have no regret to vote against one person here. But the people that are brought to power will regret why I have to vote for them. This country is a better place and will be a better place. But there's money in this country that we can hear from, not the money from outside. But we don't want to empower people here. We say that our lawmakers, we have become lawbreakers. We have become criminals. We put all the money in the budget for ourselves and leave them out. I want to challenge some of your lawmakers. Some people say they want this senator. They're breaking all the law. The law you make breaking the law, but you want to go on. You know why people want to go on? Because they want to increase the time. They say they are too short. You cannot be a gangster, then you want to walk global. You cannot be a lawmaker that disrespecting the law that we made ourselves. Then you say you want to send it back and then you waste your time. Nobody here can be for the government equal to me. But when we can be for it's not happening and it will never happen. The only thing they are there for, when last people for the government came and said, sacrifice people, young mothers are getting 1% of what we brought. But they sit down over there in fact their family people because they need work. And the person that needs work and the person sacrifice person they wanted. We implore our family people. Some people are happy because it is a time to be happy. It is no better time when the country is not better. It is every better time when the country is better. And we give this as a challenge to all of you people. 2029, we may be only better for the presidency. Where we will come here and say, Brother Samuels, you people will have to appoint a commissioner for sacrifice. The Brother Samuels, they are educated people. It's not about education. It's about how well you govern the people. They have people that have degrees, they know nothing. The only person that will influence people that they can achieve nothing from. Our marketeers will come to power. In every context, at least 2 million and president for marketeers, business runners, and younger boys to empower themselves. The money is there, but everything is not going to carry the benefit out because we are close.
Hello? Yeah, man.
That's why you made mistake. I heard you last night. Me and Ko indeed to move Kufa. Absolutely, after the whole election, I'm in my corner. If you hear my preaching most Sunday, you will conclude that I'm right. Will you rescue as a nomenclature after winning? The broadcaster don't even answer my phone. They don't pick me up. They don't let me down. They don't even have time. Oh, I don't talk. Yeah, I don't talk because God knows why it's happening. And everything I will accept it because our son, who is vice president to him from Linda, if Linda will not understand if I start hating on Brecker. The Senate got a type of Brecker. When we have vote, the Senate did a comprehensive report of their findings and attached the Supreme Court ruling and the amnesty law and everything. And the position statement for those commissioners who decided from India to here and said the way forward is a Panama House discussion for peace. Then when Brecker come now, he is deceived by coming there, the Dillon there, Nombi there, and he now where he's just thinking all kind of way, Brecker, all kind of thing. He want to go after people. Then, the CDC still control the lower house, the upper house. So they went talking away, talking of thing they did, but they did a resolution that passed. Yeah, because of money problem. Yeah. Then they sent it to the Senate. Then something happened. Wow. All of them almost ran to Yombi house. Then they brought it that Tuesday morning. They didn't tell me they had it for me. Oh. Then when I heard what was happening, it was remain 2 persons to serve. I was me, I was Bani, Jim Bani. Now when I went to Kun, I said, what is going on? You were here when we had sent paper, and you were here with our own leadership. and we send the report with all documents, legal documents, to God where. Then Baka benefited from the 2010 decision by the Supreme Court to be involved in the election in 2011 because he was not wrong with money.
You're right. You're right.
He benefited.
You're right.
Then after serving about for 12 years now, he now president now. We finish campaign for that kind of woman, and he wants to persecute us. He does plan to persecute us. So what is going on with Ekun? Ekun said, well, what I will do for you is to help you with lawyer. Your partner go look for lawyer. It was from who offered my own son offered that I went and a resolution. I've never seen them why you did this. You know what they told me?
No.
Resolution is not a law. So starting the resolution, I mean, we agree. Bring it now. But Baka said,
yeah, man.
My son, you made mistake. I heard you last night, me and Kun indeed to move Kufa. Absolutely, after the whole election, I'm in my corner. If you hear my preaching most Sunday, you will conclude that I'm right. Will you rescue as a nomenclature after winning? The broadcaster don't even answer my phone. They don't pick me up. They don't lay me down. They don't even have time. I don't talk. Yeah, I don't talk because God knows why it's happening. And everything I will accept it because our son who is vice president to him from Minda, the Minda people will not understand if I start hating on Boyka.
You're right.
The fanatic Kofa, the woman I have my word, the fanatic Kofa first cousin.
Oh, hey, okay.
The people don't know this, so when you're talking last night, but I don't have, look, let me tell you, nobody in the republic, somebody just call me, no lawmaker in this country, do they got their own money, but to take your own money and give to 40 or 47 or 41 number of lawmakers to remove a speaker of a protest is not the work of any lawmaker, it must be the work of the executive.
Okay.
It's not immoral.
Yeah. Because I want to counties. I'm not criticizing because I want to criticize. I'm criticizing because we said yesterday, former President, we are right private jet. On the Joseph Parker at one to power is right private jet for years to go to the country. Yeah. But I will speak because people in Saturday forming our passing the road will come for. Spend my own money to bring him to power because we thought the road yesterday was going to be right today. Yeah. I have no regret to vote against one President. But the people that are brought to power will regret why I have to vote for them. They can be. This country is a better place and will be a better place. Yes, because there's money in the country that we can live for. We don't need money from outside. So, but we don't want to empower people here. We say that our lawmakers. We have become lawbreakers. We have become criminals. We put all the money in the budget for ourselves and leave them out. I want to challenge some of your lawmakers. Some people say they want to say it up. They're breaking all the law. The law you make is breaking the law, but you want to go up. We know that. You know why people want to go up? Because they want to increase the time. They say they're too short. You cannot be a cancer, then you want to run through. You cannot be a law that are disrespecting the law that we made ourselves. Then you say you want to say that, and then you waste your time. Nobody here can be for them one equal to me. But when we can people is not happy and it will never happen. The only thing they are there for, when last people go there for them and say, Saturday people, don't know what I'm saying, give me one person and one way in talk. But they sit down over there in fact their family protocol in need. It's not the person that needs work, I mean, the person sacrifice person they wanted. We implore our family because some people are happy. Because it is a time to be happy. It is no other time when the country is not better. It is every other time when the country is better. And we give this as a challenge to all of you people. 2029, we may be only fighting for the presidency. Whenever we will come here and say, Brother Sakoles, you people will have to appoint the commissioner for Sakoles. Brother Sakoles, they are educated people. It's not about education. It's about how well you cover the people. They got people that got degrees, they know nothing. The student passes out with every paper and they can't achieve nothing from. Our marketeers will come to power. In every context, at least 2 million and president for marketeers, business runners, and younger boys to empower themselves. The money is there. But everything is wrong with carrying a political out.
They're asking simple questions. No. You people who say the mayor was there asking simple questions. They got to read propaganda 101. Not asking simple questions. He was doing the usual thing he's always done on the show to smear other people. To smear people. He done that thing to lie on people, to say things that are not true about people. He uses that platform to lies. I think he's been doing similarly to the mayor of Monrovia. And I am telling the mayor of Monrovia in this public manner, on the cabinet of the CDC government, maybe a minister of information, I will make this very convincing argument to the president and the minister of justice that we cannot continue to have a criminal inductee broadcast to our country. He is marketing falsehood. He is putting the lives of people at risk. Because when people routinely lie to the public, there's a degree for the population to believe the lies. And if people believe Mr. Witherspoon lie and the city goes into flee, what redress will the government get from Witherspoon, who is a criminal inductee? They got to stop this man from continuously polluting the airwaves in Liberia. So, brother, when people say, oh, I am so hard on Witherspoon, that's why I went hard on Witherspoon, because I knew his intent. So he went to the childish thing about,
let's put it in comparative perspective. Okay. I always like to do that. Because again, go back to my earlier point about glass half full, glass half empty. Depending on what your perspective is, sometimes even your political alliance, it can take away from the argumentation. It can take away from objectivity, right? So it's good to put it in perspective, right? Now, security, rule of law. When did the United Nations mission leave that provided security since the end of the war, 2003 up to 2017? They left on the cusp of this administration. Do you recall that? Not only did they create a vacuum at the time, I still remember because I did work around security sector reform, right? When I was still involved with the UN in civil society. At the time, the police force was not even, the army was not even 4,000 strong. That's when the UN left this country. The UN had been stationed in regions across this country providing security in this country, and they left. Put that in comparative perspective and then measure that against a fledgling government takes over after 12 years of UN security presence and begins to provide security. That exposes you to the enormity of the challenge that the Liberian National Police has. It's a very daunting task. You put it very mildly. And we must pat the Liberian National Police on the back for the work it has done. Because it's a question of perspective. Are you looking at it from the side that the glasses have empty? Or are you looking from the side that the glasses are full? Look at in our country today. Save the 1 or 2 civil disturbances that we've had in our country. What are the gross instances of insecurity that exist in Liberia today? Since the UN has left. Can you point to them? We have several mass protests in this country since the UN left. Not one person died as a result of that. We had the Fix the Country protests. We had a protest where the parts were brought before the Capitol building. If food was cooked on the Capitol grounds, nobody died. We had the first protest where bring back our money, which the Crow report has disgraced and has disregarded. And the Crow report by eminent auditors say no money went missing. But we had a protest that almost brought the government down. Nobody died. You must give the Liberian National Police a pat on the back.
Like under the UN's watch, under the 12 years, people were shot.
People were shot. People died. All right? So it's not saying that all is bread and butter. That's not what we're saying. But we're saying that if you are level-headed, if you are objective, you give credit where credit is due. Look at the shrinking budget. When the UN left, you know how much budget support being provided to this country? A lot of that left. So you have officers now that are being paid by the government itself, who can barely afford new uniform. Uniform that used to come from the UN as gratuity to the Liberia National Police. Diminishing staff morale. Now officers are saying we used to wear new uniform. We can't get new uniform now. They don't know that at that time, new uniform was not a function of the government budget. It's a function of the US gratuity. I wasn't there. I wasn't at the table. I wouldn't say I was there, right? But I want to say that I don't think that this government anticipated that the UN will leave almost immediately after elections. I think about it.
What's up to all of you, wherever you are? It's great joining us tonight right here on this very day, and we are grateful to the Almighty God for everything that He continues to do for us. And with God, all things are possible. Let me say what's up to all of you, and welcome to the weekend's edition of the program, Face the Issues, here on Kings 88.5 FM. And my name is Brandon Godson, and I'm right here with you tonight on this very day. And we are grateful to the Almighty God for everything, anything. And we are certainly getting there. And with God, like I always said, all things are possible. On the program Face the Issues, we don't discuss personalities, nope, but issues involving personalities. But when personalities do dare stand in front of those issues, we don't in any way hesitate, but rather we tear you apart. And in tearing you apart, it goes with pain, remember. So we just tell you sorry. Our sorry does not in any way carry any indication that indeed we regret our actions. Never, ever. So we are certainly getting there. And with God, all things are possible. Right? Yeah. So we can fight. And fighting can be done in several other ways. But again, it's been quite a tense week. And the week will continue. And a lot of things will continue. And we are here tonight to share with you what we know. And in these hardship times, there are opportunities, game of chance opportunities that will continue to bring to you so that you get it. Today is Friday. And today is Friday's jackpot. And we have star 799 star 25 hash for 25K. That is if you play plenty, then it works up that way. Because what you raise is what will give back to you, right? Yeah, what you raise is what will give back to you. There's nothing extra sitting on somewhere, no. What you raise is what we just give right back to you. That's what it is. So the star 799 star 25 hash, and that's what it is right here on this die, and we are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible. Star 799 star 25 hash. What you raise is what we give back to you. So that means the more times you play, the better chances you have to win, especially where we are. Last Friday, yes, I was able to give it up to 3 persons, and that was 75K. I was able to give it up to 3 persons on last Friday when I was here. So I'm going to give out pretty close to 100,000. I'm able to give it out and to you, depending on your performance. So that's why it is right here on this very die, and we are certainly getting there. Welcome to this program, and we are here getting there on a daily basis. And folks, I just want to share with you that indeed, last night I was able to share something with a couple of you so that you look at it, and several games of chance have come up, and we heard about the Liberty Fortune and Liberia. Another brand has come up as well. The opportunities will continue to explore them so that you can be just part of it. So you see here, this is what it is right here on this die, and we are certainly getting there. We will always get there. Nothing can stop us from getting there. And with God, all things are possible. So this is what you get, and you win 10,000, just USD, and so forth in cash when you play these things as well. And of course, it's up to prizes, up to other prizes, traveling and so forth, everything right into this. So just with $1 you play, and you buy a card. So the scratch cards are out there. Just ask for Liberty Fortune scratch card. See it, then you scratch it. Your win is in your win. Pray everything else, like the way you've been playing other games and praying as well. So you have to do that, right? So you have to play, and then make it to work. So that's why it is. So you can see it clearly. And with God, all things are possible. We are certainly getting there. All right, Claret, and the rest of the other folks, how y'all doing? I hope you're doing so great tonight. Tonight is going to be quite mouth-watering because we are going to teach your rights to you. It's going to be total civics. Total civics. It is now time for civics. So total civics. So that's what we are on. And so we are grateful to the Almighty God tonight on this very day. And we are certainly getting there. And with God, all things are possible. So you can see it out there and you will be able to go down. So we are here together, willing to work together for the good of our mama Liberia. Sometimes you wonder, and I wanted to ask one pastor. Sorry, these pastors, I always ask them because they were the people who prophesied. And I know when God prophesies, and when God allows someone or God passes through a man of God to tell that man of God to go and prophesy to the nation, he's not doing that so that man of God will be made shame. God will perfect his own prophecy. All the man of God needs to do is to say it the way God says it. And then the rest is left with God to go. God never put out his words and it goes back in shame. No. If it is conditional prophecy, where for this thing to happen is condition precedent, right? This condition must precede what will happen. So condition precedent prophecies are prophecies such as, if you don't listen to this, right? In Second Chronicles, there was condition precedent prophecy. And I saw the children of God were being told that if these children of God don't change their way and do that if clause is the condition precedent. There are certain things you must do before, right? That condition, it must change. So it will precede the action. So that's what we call an condition precedent. So it will precede the action, right? That thing will happen, or else, then it will not happen. Or if you continue this thing, then the thing will happen. So it's condition precedent. It's either you do it, then it happens, or you don't do it, because certain attitude too you must change, which of course has to do with certain change in behavior, then it will also go on. That's why we call condition precedent. So those conditional prophecies, those condition precedent prophecies, if you don't do this, this one will happen. That's condition precedent prophecies. But there are other prophecies that are yet clearly defined, that they don't put if. They said this one is going to happen tomorrow, and that's it. That's a definite prophecy, no condition attached. There's nothing you can do to change it. And not tell you say, if you don't pray, if you do this, when you hear the prophecy come and say, when you don't pray, when you don't change, no. It says that God is going to take away your master today, like they did to Elijah and Elisha, right? Yeah. So like Elijah and Elisha, the same thing. That one was clear. In fact, that prophecy came through Elijah himself to Elisha. He said, do you know that indeed, they say, so even the people whom those countries that they were going to, God had already prophesied to them to tell Elisha, to tell Elisha that Elisha, you meet Elisha, you're telling, say, do you know that your master is going to be taken away today? Because it's definite. There's nothing Elisha could do to change that. It was going to happen. In fact, Elijah himself knew it was going to. That's a definite prophecy. You can't do anything about it. There's nothing you can do to change it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But it said, if you do this, if you don't do this, if you do this, and so we are certainly getting there with God. All things are possible. We'll get there. How you doing? How are you doing? So great. Honor Joseph Boakas Liberia. I saw a program where they said the first lady has returned to the country, though they didn't tell us how she left the country. They are now having program to tell us how she has returned to the country. That's how reckless they can be. But whichever way it is, for some of us, we are not domes of evil who pray for evil against people. But of course, we think that if it's supposed to happen, it will happen, whatever it is. But we don't have to pray for that, right? So it is good that she's back. And they said they had a program that welcoming her back, because the last time I was flagging it, where is our first lady? Nobody could say anything about it, but she comes back, boom. They join with the first lady now come back. Did we really know where she went first? What was happening to her where she went? No. So as a result, you're not accountable to us. Joseph Boakas, look, Joseph Boakas, his entire government does not owe you people anything. So to uphold rule of law, he doesn't owe you all that. Joseph Boakas was looking dry like AIDS patient on the day that he was trying to take oath of office. Where he was dry like his voice couldn't come up. Very hungry looking man, who fainted on that day and all because he was really looking pale. You could see it on that day. That kind of man who go wear gun that were looking so kind of way on him. So you think that man was saying nothing because he owes the country? No, he doesn't owe the country anything. That man does not live, he doesn't believe in agreements. The man does not believe in anything. You and Joseph are talking here, what they call, just say, let me hear what they call. You know the Fritan Bobo. When they say Fritan Bobo, those Fritan Bobo, then they can steal, they can do all kinds of things. They are criminals. They can croak people. So Joseph Boga is a product of that Fritan Bobo group. So they can croak people. So when they tell you say they are words, don't mind it. Right? Don't mind it. My friend Julius, where is Julius? Oh, Julius, share with me something. Where is Julius, man? Julius, where are you? There was something you posted. Oh, okay. I think I will go to the Pro 10 page. Okay, one of my students, assignment quickly. Please try to screenshot what Yomli Kanga Lawrence posted on her page. I said screenshot it and send me it with Yomli Kanga Lawrence name there on her Facebook page. Just screenshot it, crop it, and then send it to me through WhatsApp so that I can display here and then explain to you what it is. When I tell you, say, there are people who don't believe in their words. Don't believe in words. Yomli Kanga Lawrence referenced that. That Boga is not somebody you can trust. That man will just say, oh, nothing will come from inside. He doesn't owe you anything. He's not accountable to anybody. The man will not even accountable to his own families. You know how many people that die behind Joseph Boga, the suffer behind him today, maybe how to go, even go protest when you are to be fooling there, telling them say you'll be security and you'll be managing it. When you do the car parking lot thing, when you collect money, we'll do it 50-50. You will give $50 to my wife, then you will take $50. You don't manage it. God will bless us. When things improve, you will get something. That lie he did to the people. After the election, now the people who were protesting in recent time, but I'm small beating they get that one. They really beat them. He does not. He can't be trusted. He can't. He can't. And that's the fact about him. So all that thing you're on there, so yeah, there. Besides saying whatever, all the negative attributes or whatever it is, characteristics are all in this woman. So his wife goes out, she comes back, and we think for sure. Fede Tama asking me when I get Corona to start a car, I get Corona. What my man, Corona will do business with that's Corona speaker. From majority blood speaker to Corona speaker. We transition from majority blood speaker to Corona speaker. Now all. Check your Corona, you speak up straight. Anywhere you go, you're plenty, you get Corona, you speak up. When you're having your meeting, the real person who's supposed to preside over that meeting, if the person does not come and there's a quorum in that meeting, anybody who there straight, you can declare one person to be the head of that meeting, you'll continue your meeting, that quorum. Because the meeting got to go on, and I watch Joseph Boga say, anytime you're going for a meeting, and the chairman of that meeting, he not present, and then he just decided to go. Once you form your quorum, anybody who there, you the chairman of that day. Right? And in fact, that your quorum there, you can even determine that chairman there, he's not coming there again. Any organization in the country, because of the new law and the precedent, so that the precedent now going to apply. Anytime somebody carry you to court for organization or something, I was there, they made them moving from there, here and there. Then when you go to court now, the Supreme Court will say, according to the Boaka's constitutional interpretation, when you go there, you're not a lawyer now, the Unity Party lawyer then, that they want to take that other precedent now and then they bring it, because of the Unity Party lawyer then there, that what they will carry to the court. Then they say, according to Boaka's interpretation of the Constitution, in as much as the leader of the organization is not there, and then the deputy is there, and of course, most importantly, the organization must function. Most importantly, and the people have a quorum, and then for the sake, no, forget about it. There's nothing about leadership business. We don't care about whether you get tenure. There's a proper way to sort of move you from office. That thing is not important. You as a leader, once you don't come to that meeting, there will be something you're no longer part of, or something again will take you from there. That Boga interpretation. That's a simple thing Boga just told you people. But now what Boga said, now, so to you, that what thing else Boga said, the thing I thought just now what Boga said. Oh, well, that now you're already understanding what Boga said, that the thing that Boga said, Boga said, while it is true that he acknowledges that there is still unresolved issue, he said, I agree, the problem not resolved yet, because the guy did not agree. For Natina willing to give him the other point what they call. So what I would do is, anybody who get plenty number, and then you can do business that the people there will do business with. Finish. Now the thing I told you, when you get your organization, and the organization get president. Even if the president get 2 years, once the president now go to that meeting or he say now what they call there or whatever it is, anybody can sit down there and even remove the president and say you're not there again because we don't want to get a quorum. So only quorum can determine who become leader now. It's not the bylaws and constitution of the organization. It is just quorum. Bylaws and constitution cannot determine leadership now. No. The bylaws and constitution of any organization in this country, according to the Baka's interpretation of the laws. According to him, any bylaws and constitution that why you depend on to say, I tell her to be there, but say, yeah, for them to move me from there, it must go to board meeting, it must go on this side. To hell with all of that. We are saying once you can have a quorum in a meeting, that leader there, he vla. Because the organization must function. That's the rationale behind Baka's idea. The organization should function. So that's why it is. Any kind of organization now you get a Baka quorum. Just over the quorum. In your organization membership, you have about 20 in membership, and then you had about 11 person came. No, you don't even need that, sir. Forget about it. Then I tell you, say, about maybe 10 person can do business. That's why your organization say that the quorum, they constitute the quorum, right? Yeah. And that's why it says, you just need to know what 10%. My man, you already the head of that organization. Don't hear it. Just grab 10% play with your head and tell them, say, they say, simple. In fact, it got you maybe 11% because you want to be a majority. Simple majority. You don't need much. Not absolute majority. You just need simple majority. So let's just say 11% constitute quorum. Right? 11% constitutes quorum. So that all. Just grab it straight and then now Baka will reduce our whole country to community level organization. Look at our whole country. Where you can just grab the organization, you tell them, say, well, man, we don't want a chairman here again. Let the chairman go by a business. That kind of thing that can be happening in the community. Where they can get ready to chase out the other chairman. They say the other man, not chairman again. The other man no more won't see you again. That kind of thing that the Baka now reduce our whole country to. Where he determines what he wants. It's bad like that. It's very, very bad. The country is bad. The Baka's republic is a lawless republic. And you know the bad thing for Baka? Allow the American people in the international community playing their game. They are telling us Liberian that our country welfare stays right in our own hands. So people were saying, oh, the U.S. embassy not saying anything. Does Trump have any interest in Africa to be talking to African governors? You have heard Trump. But you all know Trump is somebody who cares less about African governance as to what they do with their governance here and there. Is up to them. How they are corrupt. If Trump said already vest, he said the people can be corrupt. So how they treating each other in level with the citizens to take the necessary action. Trump is not like that. That the Democrats can be in power, then they get ready. They want to restrict people as to how to deal with their people. The Republicans don't get down for that thing. If you want to what they call the next thing, they will even come here, they can't tell you, say, SYZ, they use their force and thing. The only thing which is a constant interest for America is their business interest. That one, they will not compromise it. But the rest of it, as to how you put treat you, that one level you have to handle you. So if you think Donald Trump will come, and then come here and think, we condemn the Democratic, what they call, who get time for that thing? Y'all get ready, y'all do anything you want to do to your government, and that's a good part of it. So, Baka, you in our hands, we'll deal with you. You see, the problem with you and your people, which of course is good enough, is that whichever way it goes, you are in our hands. And I'll say the event is political. Yeah, we agree. It's political. Mass citizen action or political action. Oh, you don't know that one? When the citizen decide to say they will move you from office, that political action. That's a political action. And I say the thing is more political than legal. Okay, the legality aspect settled now. We leave that one on now. Right? So we are now into the political era now. All that meeting that you saw people having today, where the political parties are coming together to say, look, we gave Baka ultimatum so that he will do XYZ. If he doesn't do that, political action and the political parties coming together, it has now come to political action now. You people said the thing is political action. And why you said it's not legal. So we forget about legality now. So where we are on a political action. Protest, that political action. The United Party people, they don't want to say it. They said that whole thing that happening down there is more political than legal. Then we agree. Huh? Then we are now to political action now. So let's see how that happens. And we politicians now, the political action there. It is very, very important. I will read the Constitution to you. Yeah. And we are certainly getting there. And with God, all things are possible. And some of us would not have time. You know, I see some of our friends, they are flip-flopping because their family should leave, or they themselves should leave, or whatever. I don't do that. Yeah, just try to call me, because what is living? What is living? What is living? What is it? But again, it's life. That is what it is. That is what you sign on to. We're saying it, we talk it. You people didn't listen. Is it Bishop or who, or Pastor Doma? One Pastor Doma, I don't know, Liberty Christian Fellowship Church or something like that. It's gonna big church he built down there that can be packed anytime. Liberty, he said he don't want to the library flash, say God to him, say you know, and I don't know what is it. Yeah, he said he don't want whatever it is, right? Yeah. One of my students tried to refresh me and saying that Frederick here says what? He said Bush is a Republican, but of course his actions. No, but you know Bush interest is more American interest. You think if American interest is tied to Taylor stay here, you think Americans didn't want Taylor? You didn't see the end? Or you think they just told Taylor to go because what they call? No, they had interest. They wanted Taylor. I'm still telling you, the Republicans, they don't care about what are going on. They don't get time for nothing except their interest tied to it. That when you hear them speak to something specifically. That's how the Republicans look like. So that thing you're talking there, so Bush, but you see out a NF for Taylor. That was America's interest. They wanted Taylor at all costs and they got him. They don't just like Taylor like that, but all that thing they did to Taylor, ever since you saw them chasing him, you see Webley, you see that there. You want to look at the rationale beyond something. Because when you want to do comparison, you want to see that, oh yeah, they made this, right? Yeah, I agree, Bush did that. But you know why Bush did it? Oh, you think they just told Taylor, say, go so that we can't do? No, they didn't stop there. They wanted Taylor beyond. He was their interest. They wanted him at all costs, and they got him. They used Taylor, sir, as bait to support Ellen Johnson. They say, if you don't turn over Taylor to us for prosecution, you will not get support from us. So they tell you the level at which they went. You think I would not want to call? You think I beg you, my brother. You don't even know somebody's in there. I'm telling you, that's the Republicans. That the Democrats can be involved with human rights, all the kind of thing. Look, the Republicans, especially Trump, he believes that Africans should hold their own people accountable, and he's not responsible to count team African leaders because they see corrupt people there. They see citizens they can look at them and put them there. So Trump does not have time for that. He believes that you are conscious enough to go to elections and then decide on yourself. So if they did not happen, while you getting your constitution, you can utilize it yourself. That's Trump. He believes in that. Don't care. We're not coming to camp to what they call here and there. So that's not it. Only the Democrats can yield to that. I wish I know. Only the Democrats, yes. Several other things like that may have happened. Yeah. So we are certainly getting there, and with God, all things are possible. Some of us, we read and we follow the rationale beyond certain actions. So today you will see the Americans are talking about visiting the World Crown Court office. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. All that one there, they say we met with them and they are already doing well. But if you read that post there, they didn't tell you, say they have committed themselves. They didn't tell you any express commitment in that post on the U.S. Embassy website. They said we went there. Yes, we want to say thanks that the office is working hard. They never told you that they make any commitment. They are done with that. Then the next thing they came away again, they say, oh yeah, we want to thank Joseph Boaka. He's working with our multi-user. The team basically the sanction Samuel 12 that the team blaming the 10. So you can see for yourself. You think what it is. You say what I call. You think they really care about anything else? Those are interest-driven stuffs that they are talking about. That's their interest. And anybody would do it. That just us in Liberia, we are reckless and wicked to ourselves. Every country. In fact, when you are having bilateral relations with people, you are having a relationship with them on the basis of what is in it for your country. If there is nothing in it for your country, like Dylan said, you can't. Why are you going there? What is in it for us? You don't just go into these relationships. What is it we are going to get in it? These big companies, these big countries, they're not going to places to just have it. No, they look for something in it. What is in it for us? In what way can we get back if we were to invest? The first thing Trump did to you to tell you that he don't care about your democracy and rule of law is that money that they say they put there to train Liberians for rule of law, election, all kinds of things. He may slash that one off. He said they can run their own country to determine to hold their own political power that we don't can play our money and can put it there. So you see, people will sit down and then they look at it. You seen it? People may not understand it, but that is where we are. I saw political parties gathering today, and that's fantastic. We appreciate them for waking up. And they join in collaboration with civil society actors. And that's good. That's a collective one. So it's not like one from where, oh yeah, they don't know. That everybody coming together this time to protect the country's democracy. And we are happy about that. We are happy about that. And which is very much essential for our country. For some of us, we're not like hungry people that you can't grab, you get peanuts to, or you think you call. In fact, my conscience says, how do I really manage with that? How do I really manage? In what way can I account for telling somebody, say, my man, they all really here now, living in now, I gotta go fight for my family. Oh, yeah, what they got? They're just, oh gosh. Then what impact did that make in society? They don't say what impact you made in your family. Oh, no. They say what impact did you make in society? Because making impact in your family is not society. Society is a combination, especially come about socio-psyche, right? Very good. So a group of people, social means group, and you look at that. So it's not just about your family that you got to impact. No. We talk about society as a whole, the environment, the inhabitants of that environment. What they play with. How do you impact that environment that you are in with its inhabitants? People don't understand it. Do I really have time for anybody? No. But I thank God that I can stand up for my country. Just for passion for my country is a motivation by itself. I know salary is a motivation. Anger can be motivation. Jealousy, motivation. Hatred can be motivation. When I mean motivation, it is that thing that can move you to do anything. That motivation there. So salary is a motivation, right? But I don't see salary as a motivation, especially when it comes to serving my country. I don't have to be paid a salary to serve my country. No. Making the necessary impact, right? Whatever it is giving me is to help me, sustain me, to give me the energy to do it. It can't satisfy me as a man. No. So we are very happy that we are here. We're grateful to the Almighty God for everything. And with God, all things are possible. But I can tell you that this country is going down. What Joseph Walker did yesterday is unimaginable. Like my boss man, old man Sam Sion said, He said, I'm not surprised, but I'm shocked. And I said, yeah, that's the best way to put it. I'm not surprised, but I'm shocked. What same Simon said to me when we were having some lectures today. He said, I'm not surprised, but I'm shocked. Yeah. You want to ask yourself, so I begin to get confused. Not surprised, but shocked. Yeah. Because the level at which you went, don't you know the man crazy, right? You say the man crazy and you know the man what they call, but the main level of craziness for you to extend to that level now where you say that is really the shock can come from now. Because your level of understanding that, oh yeah, the man and crazy man in the community, they make me passing all over the place, and yeah, that we agree. But the way the crazy man went down and chopped off people's ears, that one that is shocking moment there now. Don't you know the man is crazy? Though you know the man is crazy, that one is a normal thing. You know that he is crazy. But the way to the extent of going to do what he did now, that where you give up. Got shocked. He said, what? Crazy men knowing all of these, the level? No, that's bad. Right? So that's why it is. Our country is done. And Boga said he was going to finish it. And he's finishing it good. But let me try to come to civics on this thing here tonight. Number one, I will share with you two things as we are going on tonight. I will share with you two as we are going on tonight. We'll continue to work with the quorum. I like that. That's fantastic for our Brazil. So let us share these, which are very much important for all of us. And I will share it with you. With God, all things are possible. And we'll continue to do it the Liberia way. Right? Let's do it the Liberia way. And me, I don't get time for anything you're saying out there. You know you're scared of my mom already. Because you're not check up and you can't find anything. Nobody is super extra here, but yeah, there's some or there are men with integrity in this country. And whether you like it or not, I'm one of them. Whether you like it or not, if you want to disprove it, bring it now. Yeah? Bring it. I've just put up a challenge to you, say I'm one of them. So you want to disprove it now, bring it. Let's see. You can't. I just want to call. I just challenge you. It's not about bragging, but I'm challenging. That I want you to bring anything that will disprove what I just said. I'm talking about myself now. I don't get time for that thing. I'm one of them. We are many. And I'm one of them. I can vote for my man, Julius J. You want me to do that for him? Yeah, I can do that too. All right. So we are certainly getting there. I'm a man there too. Yeah, I can want to call it for him, right? So whether you like it or not, I want your business. Yeah, I want to get time for you. Why are you fear about? What are you want to go? Who here can make you feel good? That me can make you can feel good. You look like people who's supposed to feel good in this country. You feel nasty every day. You will hear me. Painfully, you will come to listen to me. And will put senses into your heads. It may be as stubborn to enter for the fact that you are even coming, that the pain aspect I left for you to be here. Come here. And for every negative statement you make, it only tells me that I'm getting at you good. So that's why I like. So come, let can deal with it. Come. I like that. Everything I get, I'm a professional man. I'm a professional lawyer, or journalist, or teacher. Every other thing I will employ into the profession. I don't get time for anything. What you do? Time for court, I go to court, I do my court work. I don't get time for that thing you're talking there. Huh? Yeah. Oh, you all know. I very for court, I go do my court work. I want to teach, I get ready time for teaching, I go do my teaching. I don't get time for that thing you're talking. I'm a journalist. And I will do my work. Yeah, thing I get time for that thing you're gonna be talking there. Yeah, thing you're here for nothing. I mean tell you to know what you call. Yeah, thing you're gonna get pulled or easily. But when the government said I will have to get somebody, then you just damage yourself for life. You align yourself with the government, you finish, because you will not have to speak forever in your whole life to any issue in this country. Because the moment you do it straight to drag you to Unity Party, say the time men were doing it recklessness, and what did you say? I got moral. All I think again, good moral. That's why you see most of the things I'm talking to here, I spoke against them before. So it's not just today's struggle. We get the morals to speak to issues. So all I think on so yeah, think you're here for nothing. You're chakla the whole country for nothing. Why you can't chakla the country? Far country that you go chakla it. So let's come to the civics to tell you why the people gathering there is necessary. There are others as well. There's a guy who, I don't know, they say Unity Party man or whatever it is, one Peterson or something. It says a Unity Party man, but he is gathering former AFL personnel to a meeting as well to discuss. Then we get another group they call War Veterans Association. They are from Unimo K, Unimo J, MPFL. All of them, they are coming together. For them, they say they are coming to protect and defend their constitution. Now, the danger part of their own meeting is that they are not showing us where they are. They know what they call their usual spot. That's the kind of thing that somebody shared with me. I was able to share it on my page. So everyone else going to their closet now to reorganize, re-energize, re-survive, or resuscitate all their war machineries. Because they think that the country is going down and they can't allow it. Because there's a guy who told me, he said, AB, for the sake of this constitution, my brother died. I'm not willing to see us go back there again. I said, but then what you will do? He said, AB will organize ourselves. We can tell you in whichever way we can, we will. But we'll support anything that has to do with anything that will stop Joseph Yumabwagai. I said, yeah, this is your country. And you see the kind of courage people like us, we are mustering to be here. You think it's not risky? You know how many of you can be here, bro, AB, want to go here and there? Yeah, if they want to, let them do whatever they want to do. But that's not going to deter us. That's not going to stop us. But we know for sure we don't have time for them. Whichever way they want to go is their business. We don't have time for them. Now, let us go into civics. Right? Now, let us go into civics. Let me share with you something. This is Article 76 of the Liberian Constitution. I want you to take your time. The reason I'm saying this is because it is very important. This is Article 76 of our Liberian Constitution. Good, brilliant. And you seen it there? Article 76 of the Liberian Constitution. You seen it there? What does it say? I will take my time to explain this one tonight. Then I will take you to Article 1 there and explain it to you. Maybe you've been hearing all power and hearing the poor. No, not enough. I need to explain something in that in deep so that you will understand it yourself tonight. It's not just passing over, you know. You don't just pass over these things. No. You got to understand what is really in it. What did they really say? It's not about what is they really know. What did they really say? Did anybody send to me what Yomli said? And I told you students, when I ask for something, let us do it fast because I don't want to delay. That's why you see I can be doing it. Keep playing your catch giveaway, and we can tell you for sure we are certainly getting there. So please do what you can. And I saw that on my okay, good, brilliant. One of my students just did. Let me see who's this. Alex, thank you, boss. I appreciate, and I appreciate you for this. I appreciate. Yeah. So that is Nyombli's post, but let's just understand from Nyombli because I want to connect it to what Joseph Boakai is doing to tell you that he owes nobody. There is no commitment. Joseph Boakai does not owe anybody. He does not fear anybody. He owes no commitment. His words cannot be trusted. And so that's what it is. And let me tell you something before we can go on. On yesterday, I told you people that somebody sent me a screenshot, right? And exactly what the person said that I share with you people is what Joseph Boakai did. But prior to Joseph Boakai doing that, after the Supreme Court's opinion, Henry Costa was in the fence on Wednesday evening. And you know that you think you can be doing and playing tricks all over the place to prove, knowing that Boga is a wicked man, how he can stop Boga with the wickedness so that Boga will have that explicit confidence. Costa was hurt. In the fence. I told you I ain't Boga home. But when you be telling yourself I'm beyond Boga, everywhere Boga going out there, you're here to our joking. I'm everywhere. There's nowhere Boga head out there. No. I mean Boga home and all. We have ears. We have eyes. Not everybody are running like the kind of craziness that he's doing all over the country. You think some people don't care about their future or whatever it is? You think some people happy about it? You think that all the government officials are happy about what's happening? But they can't talk because they try to sack them, and at the place some of them don't have courage. A government official could just resign and then say for administrative reasons. And I want to say thanks to the president for that. You don't have to be suspended or do whatever it is or come and speak out against what Boga doing before. You can just quietly leave tomorrow. The day of reckoning will come tomorrow. If you were to be asked, you were working in Boga government, the lawlessness then were going, what did you do? That question will be asked. At least you will have an answer. You will say, I resigned. I couldn't tell the word or whatever it is because the people, they were wicked. The moment you try whatever, and me, I'm not interested in traveling to America. I'm not interested in leaving the country. My safety was very important. And I knew how wicked and terrible they were because I had been in several of the meetings as an official of government. Those are justifications you are able to give. You can resign from Boga's government and just leave it on administrative reason. Or I got to go and to attend to something. Just do it like that. You go on with your life. Tomorrow, posterity, when they're ready to judge you and they ask you to defend yourself, you can say, I did resign that time. When I say administrative reason, you saw how the country was. In what way could I have resigned? And I'm staying in the country, then I can't talk all over the place. You know what's going to happen to me? That's a fine justification. Selling one. Hearing Costa in the fence. You know what he told Boga? Look at the kind of thing. He said, Papi. Yeah. He said, Papi, why you can't treat that lady like the way John Mahama treated the Chief Justice in Ghana? That was Costa's advice to the Papi. Over seriousness. To other, he loved the Papi so much. You can suspend that lady. Because why? Costa, they have seen him suspending people, doing this here and there. That was Costa's proposal to the president on Wednesday evening in the fence. You see what happens? That man is saying that to Joseph Boakai and say, oh yeah, there's that blah blah blah. Yeah, and I know Wednesday evening or so forth. I think Wednesday or Thursday morning or Sunday or Wednesday. When did Boakai return to the country? Yeah, when Boakai returned to the country, yes, he was in the fence. That was what he said to Boakai. And Boakai had initially, because before Jeremiah Pia could go Thursday on that stuff, on Thursday, he had asked, Jeremiah Pia wouldn't have spoken the way he spoke if he had not had consultation with the president. But Boakai being Boakai, Jeremiah could ran straight to a house and told him, Papa, that thing can work. But as we speak, Jeremiah Kuhn is pressuring Yobli Kanga Lawrence not to say anything. The Senate should not say anything. Though DeLong was leading in an excited tone from the Supreme Court. And many thought that was the voice of Yobli Kanga Lawrence speaking through DeLong. That was what we thought. Normally, the Senate, could you imagine if the Senate could make, or if the Senate agreed at that time to listen to their Justice Minister opinion and interpretation and decided to take action? My question to them was, what is the Senate waiting for? not to release another statement after the Supreme Court came down very clear. Because you have a vice president who himself is very lawless, ruthless, terrible to our country. He himself, he walks out for the president. He said, we can't allow this because Jeremiah Pierre had already spoken with the president. And the president said, just go say, let them go solve their own problem on our side there. Which, of course, did not really take Bwaka's hands off, because for Bwaka's hands to be off, you have to withdraw everything that he gave to Kun as support and then turn that over to Fonadi, gave him back his security details and all of his business immunities and everything. Gave him back that. Then now he wash his hands off and say, you go solve your problem on our side. That is how Bwaka will wash off his hands. But for the fact that Kun was staying, going through all of those things, he was still enjoying them. Though Jeremiah Pierre was just speaking, but the guys were saying that no, it was not enough. We have to make sure that we tell which side we're going to work with. And by the indication of that, the police, the force under the executive, will have to now direct their effort and attention to the Quorum group. That's what Bwaka did. Bwaka read that statement. You think already necessary for Bwaka to even read that statement? No. You seen it? So they did that. Costa said they should suspend a little. Jeremiah Panku rushes there and said, no, we can't allow it. We got to work with a group. We don't care what happened. The country has to function. We got to work with this group. Made the president to hold script in his hand like this, and knowing how wicked he is, they carried that proposal to him. He said he accepted the wickedness because his alliance, his own wickedness aligns with that wickedness. If terrible things, lawlessness. So as a result, he takes that. There are a bunch of people then you must depend on to say you're waiting for 2029 for them to take Liberia away. There's a test of 2029. You can't wait. Do you know why? Let me tell you why Yomli, to tell you that Yomli is under pressure. Yomli wants to do the right thing, but he can't hold. She's surrounded by hooligans. And there's nothing else Yomli can do now. Yomli will have to stay put. I will come back to this stuff here. Let me share this with you. This is what Yomli posted, and I'm about to define it for you so that you see what really it meant. And this is what it is. When I started the show, I said, don't trust the words of Bwaka. He doesn't care. He doesn't owe you anything. Do you have an old opponent Bwaka, you know, be passing around talking to you here and there? He decided to web you off the streets, and today you're looking hungry. Bwaka still treating everybody bad. At the Ministry of State, I understood. The rest of the other people that were captured, but of course, on civil servants, that there's nothing Colonel Crowden could do to the person or to those people. They are now giving them letter of assignment into remote areas and taking all of them off so that they will be able to find space for their people. So that when you tire or whatever it is, yeah, they'll find space for their people. They're sending them out of town. I was just being told from my house that a group of ladies from around SKD complex, they said they have been living there for over 8, 9 something years. Bwaka said he's going to take them from there. And they have nowhere to go. Where will I get what it is? Nowhere. I don't. You see what's happening in the country now? Where? Nowhere. The only strength I have is to advocate. I don't have any strength to deed my words or deed my actions. No, I don't have the deeds. I can't do anything. So you see here, Yomli, you see here? That is what it is. That is what she posted with all these things happening. There is a pro tem. And you know what she said there? She said the word changes. Not by our words, but by our actions. He said a change that we're talking about that will say we're bringing change, blah, blah, blah. No. The change could not be effected by just our voice telling the people that we're bringing change to you. What we were doing were bad. Or these CDC people, then they were corrupting the country. They were stealing the country. The change that we were putting for which these people told us that we are rescue mother, rescue auntie, rescue dada, rescue this, rescue Jumbo, all those things. Those changes were not to be effected by words but by our action, because that is how the world changes. That's what nobody is saying from the depth of her heart. She wants to speak out, but she can't. Nobody and Delon did not talk anything about alliance with the Nima County election. They didn't. But that was a unity party fight. The unity party went there. You saw Joseph Boaga, Gion Borden, all supporting. Amos Toy, and of course, Mo Ali, all of them supporting. You ever heard Delon say anything about Nima County election? No. You ever heard Jomri Kanga Lawrence say anything about Unity Party alliance? Let me say about alliance issue? No. But Coca did support the alliance at the time. This time, the fight there was just but few Unity Party folks versus joining with they said that the Unity Party anyway endorsed with NDR. Now, the other alliance member, they stay put. Today is extended at the level of the Liberian Senate. Ko wants to demonstrate something else. Ko had gone to Joseph Boakai and said Jomri Kanga Lawrence does not want to see Fonati Kofa off because she and Fonati Kofa had long relationship with the Liberty Party before. You see how Kun is poisoning everybody? Jeremiah Kun is terrible. You don't know how wicked is that man. That man, oh gosh. The man doesn't, anybody who does not value anybody, who can take away him on, and of course made him crazy. Or whatever. That's the allegation against him. Me, I don't know about that Costa said he can sell him on par. Anybody who can look, you think that kind of man value human being? Does he really care about how anybody will feel? No. Anybody who can get ready, you take him on parts, you call it from there, or you get ready, you make your family crazy. Then they what they call. Could you imagine people who are dear to our hearts? How will we make them crazy? That means that person can go for anything, right? The people that are dear to your heart, if you can make them crazy forever, that person can go for anything. That kind of person, you think that normally then he will care about? If people who dear to a heart, he can treat them like that. That normally then he will care about. No. After Dillon said it, the next day, the president broke the law. Now Dillon can't talk. They don't want you to be talking about everything that will happen in this country. They are now conflicted. Now they can't speak to it. And this is where I told you people here. When I'm saying some things, you can't understand it. I said most people who are aligning with Joseph Boakai, they will get buried along with Joseph Boakai. I always say this one thing. You know when I mean buried, it doesn't mean that you're going to die. It's not mean that Joseph Boakai is going to die, but your integrity, your morality in the land is burying along with Boakai. So as Boakai leaving, you just going because you will never have a voice in this country anymore. You are done. How good is it? You're an active participant. You're supposed to be active in your country. About anything happening in your country, but you will now be inactive for the rest of your life because of the kind of regime you associated with and you said nothing. Delon was already finished before even the election. Now, the last little element, I know the car and they get absorbed, they say you can get element inside. The last element that are there to make your car to do what they call the element and they finish eating up now. Delon last element and they want eating up now. He can't say anything again. You see what nobody can get there? They are grieving from the depth of their hearts. You see that? What did she put here? What did she tag all along? She said the world changes not by our words. We promised the people we're telling them we'll do this, we'll do this. They kind of change that Liberia one. It was not just words we're supposed to tell them. Because the world changes by our actions. That is Yomri's own interpretation of what Boakai is doing. But she can't come up to say expressly. She has to speak in a coded language. And people like us who can decode coded languages, God use us to decode it. It doesn't matter where you come from. Look, you can, you know the computer geniuses that we have? You can take your code, you put it out, they say we can encrypt it or whatever it is. No man can decode that whole thing there and tell you what's inside. They better know everything. They get people who are expert on that. We are experts on decoding people's statements. That's how God prepare us. We are bringing in that. So when you are speaking, I can load that into your language and tell you what you really aim me at. And you go or you calm down. That's what you aim me at. This is what nobody is today. And guess what? She says here, she said true leadership is about living your values. Living your values. What were those values? And said Joseph Boakai for the 2 years experience, Joseph Boaga had it. He had a thing that don't value that. Joseph Boaga not living no values. You can have a value, but you are not living it. And for the fact that you're not living it is an equivalent of not having it. So Joseph Boaga does not have a value, because that is what she is saying. She said, what? True leadership is about living your values and what? Shaping the future through what you do today. You can't be talking about how you will shape the future. Then today, the thing that you're doing, you smoking, you drinking. Then you say, tomorrow I will be president. Then you smoking, you drinking, you ain't ghetto, you passing around. Tomorrow I'll be where to go. No, you are preparing yourself. You got to prepare yourself. And that is the preparation aspect. And what did she end with the tax? She said leadership in action. That's why it's supposed to be shaping the future. And she said Senator Nyomri. And then she came out to propose driven. He said purpose driven, right? Global change. Anyway, that's Nyomri Kanga Lawrence reaction in the wake of all of these things. Now, I'm tying it to Braka's misrule and misconducts, because you can clearly see them through Nyomri here. Clearly. Right? Oh, I didn't put it on screen. Oh, I put it there. But let me come put it there. Oh, I don't see it. Yeah. Mami, oh. There, that Nyomri is something there. That why you see here, so. That Nyomri here speaking so. There. The word changes not by our words, but by our actions. True leadership is about living your values and shaping the future through what you do today. That's my Basa sister, Senator Nyomri Kanga Lawrence. You know, I get a problem with my Basa sister. The only person I always have a problem with that Dillon, because I said that Dillon is the engineer behind Musa Berete chasing me from out of Musa Berete not being happy with me at King's FM. And let me say Truth FM. I left from there. He the one went lie on me to the man. Talk all kind of Latin and he did that. So, but he just thought you were kind of cut off relationship between me and the man. None of that lie. I can leave my boss man and will still be speaking because I don't get time for that thing. Man, that and I can be dealing with him for. And more, it's not personal anyway. All issues I deal with are issues relating to him. So I don't get any issue with him and whatever it is. But my bastard sister, now she getting to reality now. She getting to understand that the future of her entire political life is at stake. If anybody cares about their future, they will painstakingly have some sober and deep reflection about themselves owing to what Boaga doing. They will not be on Facebook clapping. They will not be there. Yeah, Boaga. No, you don't do that. You got a future. When CDC government was talking about Kabina Jane, I was one of the most, in fact, the single journalist. I remember that time. At that time, I go to law school here to even graduate, whatever. But I knew that we're here to go in from something was wrong somewhere, and Kabina Jane was not done justice. Because the way it proceeded, the procedure, I was more concerned about procedure. I don't care about what I was more concerned about procedure. And it was procedure-wise. That's how ECOWAS code were able to say, look, the procedure through which you have a right. The Liberian Senate can impeach anybody anytime. You got a right. But the very rules you're supposed to use, your own rules. You can't pass a law today because you get a crime today committed and you pass a law today. No. Ex post facto law. Those are the basic things so that the human rights violation then there. So they decided to say, they didn't say that all citizens or government, they're not supposed to move. You can move Kabina for a cause that you deem. And when you put them vote on it and pass on it, that's it. That's the cause. But Kabina Jane did not carry the case to ECOWAS on the basis of they say no. He said the procedures they use it violated my rights to due process. Now all Kabina Jane got that thing on and said, no, you got to put a member because it didn't happen the right way. They didn't say, oh yeah, no. They could do it. That's what it is. Right? So I was one of those persons who preached that. We're looking at it procedurally. I said, no, this procedure was not okay. I never had a problem with, oh, whether they want to move or whatever. No, I was more concerned about the procedure. And I said it. Today, I take a moral to speak to that, right? Yeah. You see what posterity can do? This is it. Now, I'm here now in the future. And I'm able to speak to it. Now, what I say, I challenge anyone who get integrity, you go bring it. You bring out a very genuine removal. At the time I was on Truth FM, we're on video then stay there, you bring it up. You hear AB speak. You see, you're not able to catch me. That's the problem there. Because you're hungry people. You're not even consistent your whole life. You can just be jumping all over the place. Eh? My whole life and thing. Joey out of my man from day one. Joey out of my man. In fact, for Joey business, you don't even know whether me. When I let people go again, you direct me to them. And when God does that, I don't just play with it, be jumping all over the place. No, I don't do that. I said George Weah, he says, oh yeah, what I got that. But one George Weah is able to accommodate. I say, oh yeah, AB, yeah, you meant to. That means go up together now. So what a BD now one there. Why am I gonna move from there to go where? That kind of man with heavy bundle of grace, single grace, whole country with plenty million people. God just look at one big grace and chunk it in that ball. Or grace that even some pastor they not even get because they me. They can't do anything for anybody. That thing that George Weah getting a challenge most of our men of God and I want to say even say all of them. They able to do that thing that George Weah can be doing. They able to really give. They get the strength of giving. What did they preach on giving? Most of them, the grace that God gave that man there. And I'm really checking among Liberian to see so. I really want to check among them, even including myself to see it inside me. Say, I don't even see that kind of man. You can't move from there. You can't go sit down and you go to your own curse. That man, you move from there, you just take curse because that man is a blessing. Associating with him, you will tap into his blessing. So that is why it is. That is normally right. Now, after they have done all of that, now what happens? The laws have been broken. All of the laws in the land have been broken. What does the sin constitution say? Since the Supreme Court have done their work, they are washed off their hands. It's left with us now, as Liberian. I called a friend of mine from Washington, D.C. today. I said there. He said, you know what to do. You think the poor coming to come, what he say, you know what to do. When you take action, maybe they will come in and state their position. This is a country. I will be sitting and waiting all day. Oh, the international community, they don't say anything. Oh, what kind of irresponsible citizenship this? You sitting out in your own country. They say, the embassy not say anything. Oh, what the EU people are, they don't say anything. Oh, you want for them to say something? No, they will not. When you take action, and they believe that that action has the propensity to undermine their very existence, then they will release a statement. Then that statement will go to who's at fault. Right? Now, they don't have time. They will not. They may choose. In fact, it is not their prerogative. They are not under compulsion to do for you what you ought to do for yourself. Right? Yeah, they're not. Okay, the time the people say they sanction us. Where the American people, some of them were sitting down on radio on the previous ambassador saying that on our country, on a such arrangement, we don't expect that sanction officials will be elected. And they told you, hey, what in your day? And our your own thing your day for yourself. And you say, no, that your thing your day, and that your own thing. Our own thing, we say that these people then, they will, look, we haven't understood why you're even sanctioned them in the first place. We elect these people in our own thing with they. Oh, so the same people now they choose to say they will be silent. Then you will sit out there. You say, oh, the American people are releasing statement. Oh, what the ECOWAS saying now? What they go? No. Take action. When they feel that their interest, because they are here for basic thing to do. If they believe that that basic thing is being undermined by what you do, then they will speak. Let's be responsible for once. Let's be active citizens for once. Let us come out. Let them come and tell you, say, certain people want to what they call this, that they won't be clear. That the time now you will know that they don't deserve to be there. And you know, these things are very clear. You got to push the people. Okay, I agree that you want to claim that, oh yeah, the hamburger side, the left burger, want to go. Take actions. Hear that statement that they will release. And you will know what's up. You will get it. You know, some of all we can decode them already. The moment they bring that statement, all will decode it for you. We'll put it right in front of you and tell you that it's here they mean. You know us already. God has given us that knowledge already. We have the power to decode anything diplomatic or whatever it is. We know how to decode it. Any kind of way they bring it, we'll decode it. And we'll explain it to you and break it down. That's what they don't like. Right? So those are things that we do. Now, what do we now do? In these kind of instances, where the Constitution says, it's in the Constitution. I will just explain it to you. Then I will get to the actual parts tonight. Where the Constitution says, if your president is doing something that you don't like, or you think that runs contrary to the governance of the state, or your official, or whatever it is, the president. Okay, let's look at the president in this case. They say you can impeach the president. We don't want him. That bill of impeachment have to come from the national legislature, and then the removal is done by the Senate. But the framers of the Constitution, they were very smart. You see, yeah. They said there may come times where the president may likely control the legislature And the legislature may code, they may connive or try to work in concert with the executive and choose to say, look, we can impeach the president. What thing you citizen will do? The constitution left room for you people, big one, and say, look, in an event where you see a legislature like the one we see now, right? And they don't want to impeach the president. The constitution said, look, what we'll do, we can depend on impeachment all of the time because it's possible the president is able to get the legislators and then they're able to say, no, we don't want to impeach this man. We'll not do it. In fact, when they impeach it, yeah, the Senate is there. The Senate will say, we'll not remove it because the Senate, that's also the president, people that they don't want to do. Then the citizen want for the president to move because of what you're doing. Then the constitution framework said, look, we can give you the whole, in fact, we are giving you the whole of Article 1. That Article 1, can me explain for you now. We gave you the whole of Article 1 now to use. That they play down the power come back is inherent in you. You only decided to give portion to them. So the power is still in you. When they say inherent, that means it's just in you. So you get ready, you give some of the power to them, and then say, go use it for me. But the inherent nature of power is in you. It's not in them. It's not in the president. It's not in the lawmakers. The inherent nature of power is in you, the people who went to the polls to vote. So you sit back and you have that not really revert because I say the power will come back to you. No, the power is still in you. It's inherent. It's inside you, right? That power is there. So the constitution frameworks, they knew that there will come time in this country where the president may have good rapport with the legislators, and then the citizens say they want the president for this, and then they carry their petition, they got the 10,000 signature, they carry it to the lawmaker and say, no, we don't want to move the president. So they say, okay, when that happens, or if it appears, that don't even have a thing, because I have procedure. If it appears that you have a legislative team that is well stemmed and working with the executive or whatever it is, you don't have to collect 10,000 signatures. All you can do is go to Article 1 of the Liberian Constitution. Finish. That's why they send you. You see what the Constitution framework did? They send you there. But what are those things that would take you there that could be? Now, there could be causes and so forth, and we understand that. So let me come and explain it to you now. Let's look at what Booker has done in recent time. Article 76 of the Liberian Constitution. Yeah, so let's get there. So you see here, okay, Article 76. And let me explain to you, which is very much key for all of us. You all look at this. They said tracing, right? They said tracing. They said tracing action against the republic shall consist of levying war against the republic. That means you get ready, you say they must go for a war. They grab you at tracing. 2, aligning oneself with the aiding and abetting of another nation or people with whom Liberia is at war or in a state of war with. So you align yourself with Sierra Leone in war with Liberia. Then you decided to align yourself with Sierra Leone and say, we'll go in Liberia to fight Liberia. That's an act of tracing, right? Good. The next one, which number 3, is that acts of espionage for any enemy state, right? Any enemy state, you can't do it. What they call, you can't do spying, what espionage activities here and there. They will grab you for it, and then that's act of treason. Now, it said 4. It says here, attempting to override act to overthrow. Okay, overthrow, you're planning to overthrow the government, rebellion against the republic, insurrection, and mutiny. All those kind of things that are traceable things. Let's leave that one in there. Let's come to where Booker has done it in. We all know that Booker has broken out of the laws from day one when he got in office. The tenure positions are statutes. But those statutes are constitutional because the Constitution backs those statutes. Because our law said that any law that is passed that does not run in line with the Constitution will be declared null and void. And then, because it will be unconstitutional, right? So any law you pass that falls in line with the Constitution itself gets constitutional backing. Joseph Walker broke the tenure laws. That's violation. Joseph Walker decided to take citizens because of their political alignment. When the Constitution states that we have our right to associate, we have our right to politics and all of those things. The Constitution gives us all of that. 17. Now you get to all of that, then you say you're sacking people because of their political alignment. That is constitutional violation by itself as well. Another violation again. Now, the biggest one of recent, several other ones. The biggest one of recent is this Supreme Court opinion and so forth here and there, where Bwaka said he's going to work with court on something that is not even enshrined within the Constitution. Bwaka taking his own law and disregarding the Constitution. That's where we see now that Bwaka has committed a treasonable act. That's treason by itself. What a treason. Why am I saying treason? So let's read now 5. 5 said that the Constitution are really so abrogating or attempting to abrogate. Good. Right? Abrogating or attempting to abrogate. You know the country here? People don't understand it. And we'll get there. No matter what it is. To abrogate. Let me put it in a way that to do away with. To do away with. Let me put it in a simple term. So you're doing away with a law. The rights of a person, you do away with it. The formal agreement that we have, that we say, oh yeah, there is X, Y, Z. You said, no, I'm going according to that agreement. For the fact that you say you're not going according to this agreement, you are abrogating that agreement. You are doing away with that agreement. Joseph Bwaka is doing away with the Constitution. That's why you hear the word, wow, that is it. Listen to this. And that is why I want to read for you so that you get it clearly right here on this very day. And we are getting there, no matter what the circumstances are. So let's see. I wanted to share this thing with you people so that you see it. Yeah, I will read it to you. Oh, you don't even know me here. You will understand why it is. Me, I don't just grab people and tell you say you're doing wrong. I will tell you how you're doing it wrong. Right? So abrogating, they said 5. 5 said abrogating or attempting to abrogate. That means you even attempting to do away with the law. Let's take, for instance, Joseph Bwaka, they tell you say by doing 10 UT and blah, blah, blah is unconstitutional, is this, that, here and there. Then to try to do away with it, to attempt to do away with it, he said, you know what, I will suspend the people so that I will people. That's trying to do away with. That's an attempt by itself. That's another treasonable act. He's attempting or subverting or attempting to or conspiring to subvert the Constitution. Now, let's come to what we have here, right? You understand it, Tina? Me, I will that thing and I let my business forward again. Say I can be telling you all kinds of things, opening your eyes. Your eyeball need to be open ever since. To subvert means to undermine the power of the Constitution, right? Subvert, they say, to undermine the power and authority of an establishment or system or institution. So, honor the thing here now. Let's come here. What are Bwaka not doing it in? Abrogating, and we said do away with, doing away with, or attempting to do away with, right? That's one. Bwaka is qualified for that one already. So let's come to subverting. Subverting means, as we're able to just understand, subverting means to undermine, right? Subverting means to undermine or attempting to undermine the Constitution by use of force. Is Bwaka not using force to undermine the Constitution? He's using the police. Bwaka is using the police to undermine the Constitution. That's treason. The police is beating lawmakers. That's treason. No, when you get these things, read them. And not just read them, but comprehend them. Then you will know your rights and how to apply it. Bwaka has committed treason. He does not deserve to be president. So if he is using force or show of force, like the police doing now, he's using the police to subvert the Constitution, to undermine the Constitution by any other means which attempts to undermine this Constitution. That is treason. You know what it said there? The legislature shall have the power to declare the punishment for treason, provided, however, that such punishment shall not include a deprivation of forfeiture or rights of inheritance by the convicted person or so forth here and there, right? So they left the room, right? They said the legislature shall have the power to declare the punishment for treason. So that is in our laws. We decided to what they call their statutes that have to deal with the issue of treason. But that statute has nothing to do with the president. So the Constitution framework said they may even come down that the lawmaker then will say, look, we take the president from there. Right? The president has gone treasonable things, right? Now the president is supposed to be impeached. because he has committed treason. But seeing a lawmaker then here, they will not do anything about it. So what the Constitution left for you is to use Article 1. Because the lawmaker then will not do anything. They will not do impeachment without taking from there. It will never work. It will never surface down there. So what's the best option the Constitution left for you? The framers of the Constitution left for you. Let's go there now. This is what they left for you. Article 1 of the Liberian Constitution. And I will share this one with you so that you get it. Abrogating or so forth. I think I shared that with you people already. So let me come to Article 1 of the Liberian Constitution. Article 1 of the Liberian Constitution. That the one now they gave you, and they say, if there is no impeachment that can work, if the lawmakers not come up with laws that will determine if the president commits or tracing something here and there, what do we do with him? And then the lawmaker then fail to do that one. They still left room for you, the citizens. And that's what you got to use now. And this is what it says, Article 1 of the Liberian Constitution. What did it say here? It says here. So this is what it says here. It says here, all power is inherent in the people. And I talked about that initially, right? It does not stop there. It says here, all free governments are instituted by their authority. They authorize that government to operate. That you authorize Unity Party to operate. But the power to exercise that authority is inherent in you. So they say what? All free governments are instituted by their authority and for their benefit. So you didn't put the government in office now for you to benefit. So the Constitution framers know that when there come times where that benefit is no longer there, you can take action. Because it's possible you're not benefiting, any lawmaker then benefiting. So they will not carry on impeachment. They will not care about it. So say you, the people that you get, the government, and you put the government there for your own benefit, not for lawmakers' benefit. And now what you put them for? The Constitution come and answer you for that to see what you can do. They say what? For their own benefit and right to utter, right? For their own benefit, and they have the right. They say you have a privilege. The Constitution, that Article 1 I'm reading here, so they say you get a right to utter. You can change it. You can change it. You can reform the same government. You can utter them. You can change them. You can reform the same government. Any kind of way that you're right, you have it. They put that power in you, Article 1. Right? To reform the same when their safety and happiness so require. That means if your happiness requires it, you can alter the government, you change the government, whatever it is, anything you want to do that you're right. That's what the Constitution says. It is your right to do that. You can do that. They say in order to ensure democratic governance, which responds to the wishes of the governed. That means even if you want to have any kind of democratic governance, it should respond to our wishes. Any kind of way Joseph Boga want to run the country, it should respond to our wishes. So Joseph Boakai and his entire administration, they are working according to our wishes. You listening to that Constitution that savers are teaching here so now. That savers so. Joseph Boakai, the whole government that they running here so, the government, all the people that the lawmaker here and there, they are working to look. They are supposed to be in line with our wishes. You hear about happiness, our happiness. So anything that make us happy, that's it. That our wishes. What we wish for is what you must do. Right? Let's go on. They're telling you what are you supposed to get. If you're not getting it, what you must do. So we're getting there. They say in order to ensure democratic government, which responds to the wishes of the governed, the people shall have the right. That the second right again, you. They talk about the first right. That one, Papa A. We're coming to the second right again. They say in order for these people, y'all listen, they say in order to ensure. That means the government will come there and want to do democratic thing, but in order to ensure it, that means the way Joseph Boakai is not running this country in a democratic manner. To ensure that Joseph Boakai runs our country, or any government we put there run our country the best way. What the Constitution says you should do. I'm coming now. To ensure what? To ensure. They said to ensure a democratic government which responds to the wishes of the governed at us, right? The people shall have the right at such period. That period can be now, any period that we deem necessary. They tell us, oh, after 6 years, we must wait 2029 before, or there's that as such period, in as much as it is not meeting your wishes. Because what you put in there for? They say you can alter, you can choose, and the Constitution is clear on that the power they gave you. Because if you look at some kind of lawmaker, then who not even correct, who did they collecting money from the president? What they call? The girl say no. We're not here for that. That your happiness we care, but now lawmakers happiness. So a Bogati will make the lawmaker then happy because you think they will not impeach him. And now you no, the Constitution Article 1 come here. And that is why it is. It calls for citizen action. And that is why they say in such manner, they say in such period, and in such manner as provided for under this Constitution. Right? Protest. And Tina, you're coming to hear that one now. Now, to cause. You're listening, yo. Protest is mentioned in the Constitution, right? They say as called for in the Constitution. Now, they say according to they said to cause their public servants to leave office. That means let's say for instance, every day we stand on the street, you have to leave. Boga should go, Boga should go, Boga should go. We don't want Boga, we don't want the government. That means we are causing them to leave office. They said to cause their public servants to leave office and to fail. Now, you see what the framers of the Constitution did for you, which is classic. They said you can cause them to leave. Citizens revolt, protest action. We don't want to step down. We don't want you that the authoring that you're doing now, you're changing it. We don't want you. You're not working to our wishes. You're not satisfying us. We don't want you. That kind of thing. When you start doing it consistently, the Constitution gave you that right. They didn't say privilege. That right, so that they can cause what? Their servants to leave. These people are our servants. We are their masters. The power is inherent in us, not them. Right? So, to leave the office and to fill the vacancies by regular elections and appointments. That means when we finish taking you from office now, then we'll say, the Constitution say, look, we shouldn't just move you for office, then we determine, say, oh, that John Brown can be. No. It doesn't work like that. The Constitution say, when you finish moving our president from office, you got to go back to your regular election again. Because the reason you are doing that is that the democratic means should be followed. The democratic means does not call for you, say, oh, we don't move back from here, we'll put it AB here today. No. There has to be election. They said the regular. So you see, that means you are returning to constitutional order. That means you are returning to democratic order. That's what the Article 1 of the Constitution is saying. So where we are now, the way Bwaga now commit tracing, because I define tracing and attack Bwaga behavior inside. The last action I left with you now, the second thing is that you don't have a legislature that you can trust. So you can't say we're going for impeachment. No, that one when you're discussing now. So the only last option I left for you now is to move Bwaga from office, to cause him to leave. Here, his group, they should leave. You can cause them to leave, and then you fill in that vacancy through regular election. Through regular election. The Constitution, I'm just going to explain. A hint to the wise is quite sufficient, and we are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible. Let's take this break, and we're going to be right back.
Yes.
Peewee?
Yes.
What only happiness for now?
Yeah, man. The thing that making some of our friends in other countries can be building houses and sending their children to Google schools now come to Liberia, yeah?
What's that?
They got one Liberian company called Liberty Fortune.
Liberty Fortune?
Yes, this company bringing one game they call Liberty Fortune Scratch and Win game.
And how people can play this game?
Very easy. Buy their ticket and scratch the silver part on it. Just the same way you can do the scratch card. Then any money you see on it is for you. You can win different amount of money, all the way up to 10,000 USD.
So you mean when I buy Liberty Fortune scratch card and build a silver part, any money there is for me?
Yes, and you only need just $1 USD or the same money LD to play and win.
But where I can get a Liberty scratch card from?
Go to the shops, go to the boys who selling scratch cards and tell them that you want Liberty scratch card. Pay, scratch, and win. And then you take the winning card to their office at the Dawes Residence on 2nd Street, Tottenham Boulevard in Cinco for your money.
Peewee, thank you for this life-changing game. Liberty scratch card, we for it every day.
Save money
and win big money.
A message from Liberty Fortune LLC, the new game changer in Liberia. Oh yeah.
People, the management of the Man Water Medical and Eye Clinic will Located at the Police Academy Junction in Painesville, is excited to bring you free healthcare services. Here are what we have in store for you.
Free blood pressure checks on the second Saturday of every month. Free blood sugar tests on the third Saturday of every month. Please do not eat after 12 a.m. or midnight prior to your visit for the blood sugar test.
To ensure everyone is attended to effectively and efficiently, we will serve up to 50 persons for each of these services on a first-come, first-served basis, beginning at 8 in the morning.
On the second and third Saturdays of every month.
Your health is your wealth. Don't let silent killers like high blood pressure and high blood sugar take you by surprise. Early detection saves lives. So take charge of your health today for a stronger and healthier tomorrow.
Exclusive offer for your children under 5 years. Parents, this one is for you and the well-being of your precious jewel. The Mawata Medical and Eye Clinic offers free routine laboratory tests for children under the age of 5. Give your little ones the care they deserve with absolutely no cost to you. Regular health check can detect issues early and keep your children thriving, because a healthy child is a happy child.
In addition to this, we offer medical, laboratory, and eye care services at the Mawata Medical and Eye Clinic 24 hours around the clock at affordable prices.
For more information on these services and more, kindly visit the Mawata Medical and Eye Clinic at the Police Academy Junction in Painesville, or call the following cell numbers: 0775 988 356, 0888 024 099, or 0776 930 576.
Your health is our priority. Together, we can build a healthier Liberia.
Okay, that is how we roll with it right here on this very day, and we are certainly getting there. So with that enlightenment you have tonight, it's your time to have your say. So let's get to the lines in time with you, diaspora, and of course our female line also active as well. 0777980375 is the female line exclusively for females, and I'm saying it and I mean it. Hello, how you doing? No compromise. Hello.
Good evening, AB. This is Oscar Zigben calling from Ganta, Nimba County.
Hey, Oscar Zigben. Let's hear from you, Chief from Ganta.
AB, I'm very disappointed, and I foresee that our country is going to that day. The reason there is that the president that take oath to uphold the constitution of the country can look at Supreme Court and overrule Supreme Court decisions. I foresee that this country is not stable. As we noticed it, 2023 election, when the president from Nigeria said that calamity in Liberia, and we are seeing the calamity is unfolding. Because the president of the country said the oath to hold the constitution of this country. Can you see the higher court, when you look at Article 65 and 66, say anything Supreme Court?
So my brother, we know what the president has done. Now that he has done it, we now identify tonight that he has committed an act of treason. What can you now do? Article 1, just explain to you. So let's go to that one.
Article 1 clearly says, so I'm calling upon the 6 political parties that have meeting today.
Okay.
To call upon we the citizens, and we're going to get on the street and take the president for power with force. Because he's not going by the law. So we the citizens have to cut out and demonstrate against him that we don't want him in the office. Without the good legislation, we are almost 5 million citizens in the country. About 3 million is to care. 3 million we will get out and demonstrate for more than once a week. I will show you. We will do that. Thank you.
Thanks, boss, for your contribution. We are certainly getting there. When the president commits an act of treason and you have a legislature that is not willing, that is not clear in terms of impeachment, then you subscribe to Article 1. Yeah, let's hear from you.
This is Mohammed Ikawa, member of the Solar Movement. Let me tell you, AB. I want to say this clear, AB. The constitution of the Liberia or any president leading a country, you have to lead the confines of the constitution of that country. Yes, as the religion looking like. No pastor will go out of the Bible, and no imam will go out of the Quran, right? Okay. When President Joseph Mabaka appointed a defense minister on the EFL. The EFL people say intelligent, they would not want this man. You know, the president not listen, because if people said that when you win as a president for a nation, you have the right to do anything that you want to do as a president. He did not do so, as long as law exists. So the people hold President Joseph Nima Baka government on a hostage. That man was forced to resign, AB. There might be that manipulation of the citizens of Liberia. Today, President Joseph Nima Baka trying to play low the constitution of the Liberia. Because by now, he's not even supposed to be asking Richard Kun, the Supreme Court say that man is operating, the operation in the country is not constitution. So, you know, the president, you have to go far away from it. For you to be saying that we work with people that have colon, what part of the constitution that gave you the right to work with somebody who have colon? Civil society, Liberian people, political party, some money Liberia, we have to put ourselves together to protect the constitution in the hands of Joseph Mabakai and government officials. And I be expecting the vice president that what he has 2029 in mind, then he want to go Alifa to be pushing the constitution of the Liberia. When the ground of Liberia will stay on to really give the people authority in the country. So it be all the social organizations and the political parties are putting themselves together. They announce the protest. I mean, nationwide protest for Richard Kun to resign. I gave you 3 days. Richard Kun will resign by the power of the Liberian people. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Getawa, and I appreciate that. And let me get on to the next caller. Keep playing your cash giveaway. Star 799 star 25 hash. We need the numbers. We need the numbers so that we can get it done. Hello, how are you doing? Hello?
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah, let's hear from you, man.
Yeah, and this is the issue.
Wow, your line is cracking up. Can you please call back later, please? Yeah, so that we can get you clearer, because clarity is of essence in this broadcast of us. Yeah, and so let me get on to this while I'm trying to adjust the phone. Hello? Hello? Okay, I think this one will do. Hello?
Hello, AB, how you doing?
Okay, the mic is clear. Yeah, let's hear from you, man.
Yeah, I'm Marie Baba calling from Mount Bali.
Yeah.
AB, you know why people want to work with Funati? All the Oakland deal like a pass, they know Funati will order them. And that where all they are bought to come also. So for this reason, we the citizens will say, we're not going to protect the capital of the area. Our protest will be with zero community. So the majority wash up for us. We're not going to protest to say, people coming to and Bono and just to us differently. Where our protest will be one of the protests that the history of figure in this country. We're all in the that will do to thank you.
Thanks, man, for your contribution. Liberians, it's about time to stand up, and I call your government to order. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello, Abraham Gossi. How you doing?
Fine, boss. Go on. Let's hear from you.
Okay. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. This for me, my name is Sidiki Kruma. Kondima Sidiki, and I'm calling for Red Light, the Coca-Cola factory.
All right.
Let me thank you very much. Let's just keep praying for this country. Because all men are black guys, we have started back for the 2-year experience to see the gap. A bunch of the constitution and abuse it. You know, it's not a joke. We're not ready for this. Because the thing we say every day, every time, the fact they say for Joanna come by the power. When we discuss something better, the fact they tell us, we Joanna come by the power. Maybe they will say that every day corner radio, they will not solve the problem. They don't have a free ride in this country. So we should go on the street and when the people are back on the map, maybe the people go, what's in this one to be very honest with you. Back people on the center, we don't got sense. So we should get back together. The opposition, other people should get back together and move back for the power. You know the party? All the things. So if we don't get together, I'm very sorry. We know what happened this way. In that third election, they will be breaking again. Thank you. God bless you.
And God will bless you too. Let me get on to this line. Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, Abby, how are you doing?
Fine, ma'am.
This is Gertrude J.D. Williams. I'm phoning from Justinville.
Okay.
We have said it better than what you elaborated tonight. And we know what is unfolding in this country as citizens of Liberia. It's not on the party line. We all need to stand tall and speak out our rights. And then Liberians should get glued to the Constitution the same way they can be on social media posting pictures. They should get glued to the Constitution from the preamble from chapter 1 to chapter 13 of the Liberian Constitution. There are a lot of things that happen in the honor another president. When the Red Riot took place, when the 1979, the April law of 1971, honor Charles D.B. King. The three notable unrighteous that took place in Charleston, South Carolina, the slave wanted the freedom, the cattle rebellion, the Denmark Plateau, and the last tunnel. All these things happen under a leadership before the people got their freedom. We need to get our freedom as Liberians. All political parties, leaders need to come together, and we all march to the Capitol building on Tuesday, and they will see online there. Thank you so much, Amy.
Thanks so much for your contribution. William, bro, let me hear from you quickly.
Yeah, good day, Teacher Lai, to the great people of our country. Teacher Lai is getting too much now that need to be the same way testing the population, test him so that maybe he can get back to the senses. And our country cannot be drowning in the hands of that old man. It's wrong. And he tried to play with words, I think yesterday, when he said he will operate with a quorum or he will do business with quorum. But I think the Supreme Court made it clear that any quorum without a speaker is illegal, right? Yeah, you lawyer. So why is he playing with words? Because it's clear. The Supreme Court made that one clear. They even go back.
He knows exactly. He knows.
Yeah, he knows. But then he try to play with words. And one thing somebody said yesterday, I was following the show, for the Supreme Court to rule, and somebody said, "Oh, how would the Supreme Court ruling be enforceable?" It is the executive that to enforce the Supreme Court ruling because they are responsible to enforce the law. Now, you still get an illegal speaker with government property and all the immunities, they stay with him. So indirectly, you're telling the people that, oh, that is man I will operate with. And so that is man, and I saw them today, they went in some kind of gathering. Our man father was naming the people then that was available. They were 18. That was not quorum. I think watch that video. Whereby they Peter Paul, yeah, Mary now, yeah. They were 18. I can't all of them as they were calling their name. So I think the country is on a very slippery slope and it's bad. And I've never expected for Mr. Parker to be operating that. I think the citizens need to come out and we need to demonstrate so that Parker himself can get to his senses because it's like the woman sleeping. He's taking it for a joke. And I want to appreciate all of the political parties and the civil society that came out today, and the civil society groups that came out today to join the political parties and to talk about that protest or to show Parker the other side of Liberia. I want to appreciate all of them. Let us be united in this fight to redeem our country. It's very important. Thank you, Teacher Lai.
Thanks, boss, for your contribution, bro. And let me get on to this one. Hello? Hello. Okay, this is my line as well. Hello, how you doing? Hello?
Hello, I hear you, Abby.
Yeah, I hear you, ma'am.
La Kebe from Bapolo.
All right, man. Let's hear from you.
I said, no, Lord. I said, we got to put together. We got to work out with Mule main power. We're not moving the main power. The message will end the coast. We're not agree. The law work out. We got to work out. Cut for cut. We could ourselves together. Move Joseph Baka.
Remove Joseph Baka. Wow.
We got to get up. We got to work out. I think that can go. Our children will not get nowhere to go. We now agree Joseph Baka anything. They got to get our chance. We got to work out. We got to be ourselves in the village now.
Wow.
We got to work out.
All right, mommy. Yo, thanks so much. You know, standing up for yourself is not a bad idea. And I always told people, standing for your rights is not a bad idea. Hello, are you doing medicine quickly? Hello?
Hello, AB.
Yeah, hello, let's hear from you, medicine.
AB, thank you so much. You know, today we watched unprecedented thing that sent Labour into power. About 6 political parties met today to tell the Liberian people that they are tired with this thing and they should not continue. So those 6 political parties that met today can call on their members, their supporters, their sympathizers to get in the street in Monrovia and walk to the Capitol building and demand that Richard couldn't get out of that speaker office. If Joseph Boga will use police force on them, let them go back to their community and form a constitution defense force and veteran defiant lawmakers in their homes, among them in their community. Those people live with people in their community. Let them take on them, on their family, in their community. That's the only way we get things done in Liberia. That's the only way the constitution in Liberia will be respected. That's the only way you will restore order in Liberia. The citizens can restore order in Liberia since the government has failed to restore democracy and law and order in Liberia. That's the only way. Let them go to the capital and march to the capital building. If Jabba use police force on them, let them go back to their community, form constitution defense force, and go after people in their constituency. They are nothing. They are nothing. The people can move on them in their community. They are nothing. They can apprehend them and bring them down, subdue them. What Jabba get kind of security forces that were deploying every districts in Liberia, in the 17th district in Liberia. Let's see where they got that manpower. Thank you so much.
Thanks, boss. Medicine. Well, Brents are speaking, and I think Boga and his team listening. Hello, how you doing?
Hello, Eddie.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
How you doing, man?
I'm calling to our son, Amadi.
Yeah, man, let's hear from you, man.
Our people of radio quality to forcing, they are not brave. I said in our own are brave. When you go to Africa, you will kill them. I'm brave when all the women that are calling. If Lima want to myself will march. But the people they are calling, they can't just call when they say protest, they can say to their house. The last time I bought outside, say, oh, 4,000 house. Really, few women here from West Point that would not want to. We see you already. So me, I tell you, me, I want to do it. The way they forever pattern and go outside today, go have meeting, let it go the quiet front, not to money. Let us go on the street and put them move back. Me moving me die me fine. We come by like going to down one day. Me a sitting here. Me a tell you here. The 2 way battle over honor. A battle over 2 way. Un paso no way un paso. Tony na cameo. Tony na cameo. One later in the home I woke up and say one. I want a terrible. Tony na cameo. I want to pull try to do all I want.
You're right, man. All right, and so we are right here on this die, and let us see this one. And how are you doing?
Hello, Eddie.
Yeah, let's hear from you.
This is Asigumalo calling my phone from Marijanocha.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Eddie, this come around. Nothing but plenty talking. Is all about action. Our political party, 6 political parties came together today. We want to hear from them. They shouldn't get set on the information. You know, everybody was able to go for the meeting. So every information are from there. Then they try to pass it down to the community so we can see how best to gather ourselves and the point that we sort of gather ourselves to move where we sort of move, like the Richard move us, or after the cabinet building, or after the executive mansion, so we can know. They play properly. They shouldn't play like we are ready yet. So I urge everyone or all the people that went to the meeting today for to do it the proper way. Thank you for putting me in the town.
All right, and I did say right here on this die, we are certainly getting there. Hello, how are you doing?
Good evening, good night.
Yeah, let's hear from you.
This is the voice of Peter Side. I join you from Circle the Shufo.
All right, Peter.
Did you like the more the first or the kind of Joseph Boga in power? It was then in the 50s, one Charles D.B. King, the same direction Joseph Boga coming from, or the same direction I'm making from. When I'm making to our dear country, there was so noise. You can remember the crazy commission of foreign, the guy the most
fraudulent election in the history of Liberia at the time. So these kind of people always come in, and when they come to our country, I don't know whether in our history Liberia ever become a president in our country, but when all the kind of our country, the matter they're not from here, they will want to plunge into chaos before leaving to go back. But then the last time we check, you're telling people that you're living all alone. If you are being able over 1 year and some month to pay your loan, and then you get money now to take it to other things, and you want to go, please don't plunge on into chaos. Nobody's going to sit and wait for you to say 2029. No 2029. 2029 is now. We are going to take upon our effort and time to install constitutional democracy. I always sign up to. It must happen. You made it that way, and you must also, before you became president in Liberia, you took oath to protect and uphold our constitution. You didn't take that oath to bring your authority book, which is the book of deception. You know, got some kind of book. They call it book of deception. I want to bring it. We don't want a book. We want the constitution to be restored, constitutional order.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, boss, for your contribution, and we appreciate all of you. Hello, how you doing, man, Susie? Let's hear from you. Hello? Hello, let's hear from you. Hello?
You getting me?
Yeah, hearing you now.
Okay, I got myself.
Yeah, I'm trying.
This is Mother Massey calling for clarity.
Yeah, man, Susie, let's hear from you.
Thank you for the show, man. Let the calling AB. I don't want to say nation rap post and then they say that. What happened the last time? They met for Boaka. He not can say the country. He killed okay Liberia because he's a free time, man. He's a free time. When we say that they can't get it. I saw somebody, I said, next to you, say, Boaka will say, good. I said, no. So they tell him that over CPP and it collapsed. Like for a day I knew. Then they can't solve any problem in this country. So if we not say what we feel every day you are saying, the action in the constitution is there. When the Senate rise up, then they may say something to us. What you keep on doing, you're not doing it. We cry on the outside, they're not hearing it. He said you were there with Kora, you were there with Okra, and there's a Belabo. We said no. Our country, our law must be set in this country. When you made the let remain there. Don't put our country into it's no problem. We start ready for years, but say you want it that way. And we will die, and we will die. But let nation put on the question of be on nation will protest. Now go to call and they say, oh, me I said that I tell one want that. If you don't want to look for poacher in the sea. Don't just call and say you'll go in the sea, you'll be in the football. You must be in front of will be behind you. Because you're the for the protest. You know what I'm saying, Eddie? Hello?
All right. I'm getting you.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so I'm calling on them. I said, calling on them behind the football. What is your do it for Tata? I must do it. They will not call yesterday, I'll go in front of we want it like that. So we'll come out all that day and we'll be in numbers. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Boakai, who's very much an angry old man repeatedly throughout his entire life. He continues to be angry, and I always angry. And as a matter of fact, very, very angry. And I don't know what makes him angry always. His own ways making him angry. His own ways continue to make him to look uncomfortable. And I think it's good for him. So we are grateful to the Almighty God for everything. And I think with God, all things are possible. Hello, how are you doing? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello, please go on quickly.
Thank you, AB, for having me. My name is Victor P. Tabo. Commodore New Sergeant Plea. I do join you from Battery Factory to be precise, Dakwitan. AB, thank you for all of the education you have provided for Mama Liberia. And we are listening to you very, very keenly. But AB, you know why? I have a bit different thought about our citizens, about our people, how we live. We live like a man have a car, but he don't know how to drive, and he's all over the place trying to find a driver. This is how we living as a citizen of our country. We have the power, but we don't know how to use the power. And who are those who will stand out for us? Now you look around, you find our boys around, those our display, our refugee camp, deportees in our country. We had a scared man who a friend, we have a group of people who will say, you let us leave it. So we'll continue to live the day up to 2029. Uncle Joe is a con, so he needs someone who will be radical to approach him. You dealing with Uncle Joe or Robert the Faithful? No. It needs a radical man. So I'm looking at my people. I am not seeing any man who is brave. I just heard that since political party came together and trying to do what? They're not going to do anything. They're afraid. The guys are hearing that those guys, men going on with men, they have a cell, they get snake in the cell to fear people. All of these things are bring people hearing this thing, and some of them, they're afraid. There's no man that I get man to be able to stand before Uncle Joe, because Uncle Joe told you from the beginning, if you cause him to dance with the devil, he will dance with the devil. If you cause him for like brothers fall or to fall, it will be.
Okay, thank you.
The only thing we need to do as a citizen, I just advise you to keep this peace, remain peaceful, protect this peace, because the peace today that you enjoying, over 300 and some more thousand, he must be along the life. Even our neighbors' countries, they came there to keep peace and to die. So I just want you to remain calm, because this is what you went for and this is what you got. God gave you a leader, and you said to yourself, you said that leader was not the rebel leader. And you choose your own leader. So you have to live with it without getting in the street and start to bust people things out and choke you right and behave or the way that you're supposed to behave.
Okay, boss man, thank you. Bye. And what are you doing? And how you doing, Chief? How you doing?
Thank God.
Yeah, Abraham, we are here from Kings FM.
Yeah?
Hey, God, you're talking about a serious thing.
How are you?
In the A, is one leader, man. Oh, good job. Yeah.
Abraham,
what's your name? Hello?
How you doing, Eddie?
Yeah, fine. Why are we not need to?
How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. You getting me?
Yeah, we're not calling.
No, Corral. I say you getting me? Yeah, how's everything?
Yeah.
You have to get Uncle Joe. What's your name, Chief? Emmanuel Flo. You play the Friday jackpot?
Yeah.
How many? Oh, just the how many times you played?
3 times.
3 times. Wow. Yeah. And Flomo, you ever played one before?
No.
Wow. Flomo, you're very consistent. Thank you so much for being consistent. And let me say congratulations to you. You won for yourself 25K.
Thank God.
Yeah. So it will soon get ready to you just now as I'm talking.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank God. Keep being consistent, my brother.
Okay,
These games are of great success. You just have to be patient about it. We know times are hard too. And the risk level has gone on very low. Okay, so let us see, folks. This is where we are. I just thought to call him, and the rest of you will be call time as call will be 18 minutes past 10. I can get going now. So, folks, that's all the time we have for the weekend. And one thing we said, which is very important, and some of you highlighted, sitting and talking is not all to it. You have to act. And then you're acting for yourself. It's not for these politicians. Because whether you like it or not, let's agree, whichever way you go here, you just need people who will stand up for you to drive that change that you want. You can make it to work. Don't let anybody deceive you. The struggle we are going through here is all of us going through. Maybe the Unity Party folks, yes, they get people they can count on. So I think for sure we can work it. It is not that we are against Joseph Human, it's just his governance style. Not just all, and it's plunging our country into serious mess. We can use certain people who are using our resources against us. We paying the police, telling the police to beat us. We paying you, Mr. President, violating our constitution. How can we be paying you for you to disrespect us? Nobody takes that. You can pay anybody and then you'll fire them. If you are an institution or whatever workplace, you'll fire anybody any day if they do exactly what Joseph Butler did. So we have to call him to order. That's what it's all about. So thanks so much for being there. Until we are back here, you are for pleasant time. We'll try to follow up on what exactly the political party said. It's on camera. I want to say thanks to all of you. You are for pleasant time. Bye-bye.